Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Table Rock Sports. This time, bringing you some high school basketball action. Very excited to be here. Again, Brigham Harris alongside the beautiful Kaylee Harris, who will be on the camera for us today. Very excited to be bringing you this one between Summit High School, the Storm, taking on the North Medford Black Tornado. So we got a couple of mascots. Neither of them are animals, which is sometimes rare to see. We're seeing a couple of, let's see, how would I put this? Not mystical mascots, but the Storm taking on a Black Tornado. So very interesting mascot face-off here. Either way, you're going to have a great game and excited to be bringing it to you. I believe the PA announcer is going to get the starting lineups as well as the national anthem underway here for us. We'll keep you updated on which is which. And we'll make sure we fill you in on the starting lineups as well. Looks like we're going to get things started with the national anthem. So along with the rest of the crowd, we'll rise here in the booth and get you a listen on the national anthem. Now that we have the national anthem over and done with, we can give you a look at these two teams, starters as well as some bench players that we will look into be seeing coming into the game. Also just kind of how this game is made up. Both teams 6A, so we will see a much closer game than if we were seeing a 6A versus maybe a 3 or 4A exhibition here. Only the third game of the season for both of these teams and similar records, although the North Medford Black Tornado has had a slightly more impressive start to this season, 2-0, whereas the Bend hometown Summit Storm looking at a 1-1. A bit unorthodox. I haven't seen this yet, but it seems that we're getting things started without the traditional tip of the basketball. I'm wondering if that has anything to do with COVID-19 protocols. Wouldn't be surprised if that's how it was done, but we are underway regardless. 8-minute quarters here is how we do things in Oregon high school basketball. On the ball now is Julian Mora. Will have plenty of things to say about both of these teams. First shot is up, and it is a miss. Rebounded by North Medford, and they are off and running, the home team. Corner three is also no good. Offensive rebound, though. Shot clock will restart. That's Landon Ellis on the ball, who will be playing that number 1 spot for the Black Tornado. Got to speak to both coaches before the game, find out a little bit about their starting lineups, who they're going to be looking for. So far, 0-1 start to this game for both teams. No success in finding the hole. The first turnover of the game as well. So North Medford getting things started, although scoreless, has shown a little bit more composure with no turnovers to 1. As we give you a quick look at the starting lineups here as North Medford looks to get on the board first. Starting for the Black Tornado there on the ball, playing point guard number 14, Landon Ellis. Also playing guard Trayson Neff, number 3, number 11, Nick Carrick. Number 25, Bryce Dyer, number 33, Connor Goodrich. That rounds out the starting 5 for the North Medford Black Tornado. Nice play there. Keep that ball from being turned over. And the first points of the game there for Summit. They have the opening shot. That one from Truman Tuber. I'll make sure I get these names correct as we are just a couple minutes here into the game. We'll have the first foul as well, about 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Try to keep this clock as constant as we can. If we can't keep it as perfect as we'd like, then just might shut it off, and I will keep you vocally as involved in the clock as possible. North Medford looking to get on the board, and they will. First point scored by the Black Tornado, Connor Goodrich. Nice move under the hoop. Rounding out the top 5 for the visiting Summit Storm. Number 1, Carson Cox. Number 2, Julian Mora. Number 3, Truman Tuber, who had that straightaway 3. Number 11, Caden Harris, probably the tallest on the floor as of now. And number 23, Shane Arnold. Ellis will drive, put up a shot, no good. Ellis again passes to the corner. North Medford so far doing a good job of possessing the ball. So drive from Trayson Neff. Ball gets knocked around, though. Rebound Summit. This is Mora on the attack, showing great speed. Kicks it out to the corner. No good. Rebound North Medford. Corner 3 for North Medford. This time it's good, and it falls for Trayson Neff. Trayson Neff now with the only points for the Black Tornado, and that puts them on top 5-3. Summit going to come back, maybe a little bit less composure from the visiting team. This time a step back 3, no good. Rebound North Medford. That time it was big number 25, Bryson Dyer on the board. And who do you know? Trayson Neff yet again. 7 points so far in this first quarter, and he's got the only points in a white uniform. That ball stripped from Mora and a breakaway here. Trayson will pass to Dyer. Dyer will drive, and he'll get his first points of the afternoon. So Bryce Dyer and Trayson Neff, the only 2 point scorers for the Black Tornado thus far. I believe a travel is called. Couldn't tell, just took a glance down at my notes the minute that I saw that, so it looks like we will see a timeout. I believe it was North Medford timeout. A lot of moving parts here as we are just getting our bearings underneath us. Again, this score here, don't want to get this wrong, is 9-3 in favor of the home team. And those points coming directly from Bryce Dyer with 2 and Trayson Neff with an impressive 7 points already this quarter. A hot start to this one as the Summit Storm, the visiting team, looking to get their feet underneath them, so to speak, and keep this game interesting. So far, more than halfway through the first quarter, and North Medford doing a great job of possessing the basketball, passing it around, but also finishing when needed. They've had a couple of wins already this season. Like I mentioned, they're 2-0 after facing Eagle Point and Crater High School. An impressive 20-point win over Crater, and an even more impressive 40-point win over Eagle Point. They beat the Eagles 66-28 just about a week ago. So 9-3 here in favor of the home team. The Tornado will take it out. This time it's Trayson Neff. Excuse me, that is Tyson Neff. Has a couple of substitutions here. Looks like Harris was poked in the eye. We'll see him cover his face just a bit. And a timeout from Summit, I'm sure, is Harris is going to take a step off the court. No, maybe not. Looks like he's just going to wander around. He seems to be okay. I'm curious if Summit was charged or not with a timeout. 3 minutes left here in this first quarter. Harris seems to be okay. It's he and Mora working together here. Spoke with the Summit head coach, and he told me the two players to watch for were both Harris and Mora, who you just saw connect there. Whereas the Neff brothers are off to a great start. However, Neff just denied sharply by Tuber there. Going to go ahead and speculate that the Neff boys are indeed brothers. A nice pass there from Tyson. Down low to big number 22, O'Shea Miller. Battle for possession in the Summit front court. Nice rebound again there from Tyson Neff. Tyson and Trayson, both juniors here at North Medford, so could be either twin brothers or cousins, as Harris has a breakaway, and it's stripped away from Tyson Neff. Possession stays with the Storm, but a great job tracking back. Harris thought he had an easy bucket. Neff said no. 9-3 still the score here, as that lone three-pointer from Tuber is what's got the visiting team on the board. We'll see Ellis sub back in for the older of the Neff brothers. I'm guessing, again, don't know them personally, but Trayson Neff just a couple of inches advantage on his Neff counterpart. So if genetics are any clue, this time Harris will take a bump from Dyer, and a foul will be called. Summit ball under the hoop. Big number 11, Nick Carrick, subs back in for the Black Tornado. Another very tall frame for Summit to have to watch out for. Speaking of that tall frame, Harris finds Mora under the hoop, who gets his name on the scoreboard. Mora now with two. Mora called for a foul here off the ball, making his case known. Won't change much, however. Looks like we'll have another substitution here. 23, Shane Arnold will come out for Matt Kaler, number 33. North Medford's Ellis will take this one out. And an offensive foul called here on Ellis after he delivers a bit of a bump. Basket will not count. I was going to say basket and bucket at the same time, and would have been a rookie mistake. Minute and a half here left in the first quarter. 9-5 ball game in favor of the Black Tornado. Mora will drive on the Euro step. Foul is called on Tyson Neff. So Mora will shoot 2 free throws. He will hit the first, making it a 9-6 game here. Mora with his third. And Mora hits the second. 2 clutch free throws there from Mora, makes the score 9-7 in favor still of the Black Tornado. Ellis will drive, take an elbow jumper, and he hits. Gets himself on the board, 11-7. That's Landon Ellis with his first 2 of the game. Looks like a foul off the ball here. Illegal screen there on number 33, Matt Kaler for the Storm. Black Tornado will take this ball out. Ellis, who just hit that elbow jumper, will walk this ball back. Now, I'm not much of a sneakerhead. I'm just getting into the sneaker world, but I believe I'm noticing a bit of a SpongeBob pattern on Mr. Ellis's Nikes. And a nice three-pointer hit there by Tyson Neff, joining the Neff counterpart. I'm not going to call him a brother or a cousin because I don't know, but either way, the Neff family is definitely representing here so far. Mora under the hoop, and looks like either a jump ball. Yes, a jump ball will be called here. I believe possession in favor of Summit. But as I was saying, because I'm sure he would appreciate to hear this, young Landon Ellis, I believe sporting the SpongeBob Kyrie Irving Nikes. Very nice call on his part. Mora backed into the corner. Nice pass out, though, to the top of the key. Driving was number 21, Kays Harrington. No good, though. Ellis will take this one back out. With just about 10 seconds left here to play in the quarter, North Medford looking to close this one out with a bucket. In and out for, that was number 11, Nick Carrick. Shot is up. Will not be good, even if it were to be in time, which I don't believe it was. That'll close out the first quarter here. A pretty low-scoring 14-7 game in favor of the home team. Have a better record and have had a much more scoring differential between them and their opposition, which, again, is not necessarily a determinant of, how the game's going to go. But so far, what we've seen, the North Medford Black Tornado have 4 players on the board scoring, whereas the visiting Summit Storm only have 2 in Truman Tuber and Julian Mora. So the end of the first quarter brings 21 points in total. The 7 points of Summit are doubled by the North Medford Black Tornado. Take about a 30-second timeout as well, and we'll be back to bring you the second quarter of this one.
Navy for 4 years. I went in for education, employment, and travel, and the Navy gave me all of that. I have medical appointments out of the VA DOM. It's a big blessing to us veterans to have transportation, to be able to get out into the community and get involved. I have a cart and do my grocery shopping. When it's loaded, they lower the ramp for me so I can get it on the bus. Now more than ever, I think RVTD is the bus company with a heart.
We welcome you back here to North Medford High School. So far, the Black Tornado on top to begin the second quarter here. Pretty low-scoring quarter compared to what they're used to. North Medford on top, though, 14-7. Similar lineup here coming out of the first break as what they started with. However, big number 34, Brandon Dominguez, makes his name known. He was not on that starters list, but he definitely is making a case that he maybe should have been. Gets down low and gets a nice 2 for his team. Meanwhile, Summit just passing the ball around top of the key, trying to record some good possession. That one given up, though. Another turnover for the visitors. Ellis with a long pass, but it's intercepted by Tuber. Tuber will drive, kick, and yet another giveaway. That's 3 turnovers in a row. 2 from the visitors, 1 from that home team, and oh boy, Ellis is going to be called for a travel here. Not a fan of that one. So 16-7 here in favor of the home team in the second quarter. About a minute into this second quarter. Again, this game brought to you by many of our amazing sponsors. One of them, the title sponsor for today's game, Lithia Superstore. And a foul here on Brandon Dominguez. A push-off, says the referee, and so the Storm will take this ball out of the side. Summit trying to close the gap here a little bit before we head into halftime. A 9-point deficit. Not insurmountable, but definitely not the start you want to get off to, as that does not usually trend well for that sort of scoring deficit. Along with high school activities, sports leagues, and activities for the entire family coming your way from Medford Parks and Recreation. It's time to sign up now for summer fun, whatever sport it may be. There's a lot going on as Harris drives, does not get the bounce, and yet again, looks like Dominguez is going to get called again. That's right, Dominguez on his second foul in just about 90 seconds. So shooting 2 free throws will be Shane Arnold, yet to be on the board here. We'll see what he can do about that. As he sinks the first one, the lead now cut 16-8. You can go to Go Play Medford. You can go to playmedford.com, where you'll find Coach Pistol's softball camp, July 12th to the 14th, led by SOU national champion. As Arnold misses the second. In transition, the Tornado looking to strike quickly. Oh boy, that ball looked like it was clearly tipped off of a Summit player, but Summit will be given the possession, and Harris and Mora will carry this one out. Again, those softball camps will be led by the SOU National Championship softball team, along with their coach Pistol. You can also find junior golf lessons, USTA youth tennis programs, along with all your other favorites. Again, just go to playmedford.com. As I'm sure a lot of the kids on the floor now attended some of those camps. One of those putting up a beautiful 3, and it toilet bowls in. That was number 11, Nick Carrick, now on the board. His first tray of the game. Moves the lead 19-8 in favor of the Tornado. Mora and Harris working here for the Storm. Mora finds Arnold, and Arnold does well to sink that one. He now has 3 points. Now Landon Arnold for the Tornado. He'll drive into the paint, take a bit of a bump. His shot will not go. Carson Cox here dribbling out. Looks like he will be fouled again by Brandon Dominguez, who quickly is called for his 3rd foul, so he'll take a seat, and subbing in for him, that's number 33, Connor Goodrich. So 2 free throws here for for Carson Cox. He'll hit the first. Making an 11-19 game. So far, Only 3 players for the Storm on the board here. Cox making it a now 7-point advantage for the home team. Landon Ellis will carry this one out. Finds Kaler. Kaler finds Dyer. Dyer at the top of the key. He'll find Neff, who will make a futile attempt at a shot. That one will not bounce in. Arnold kicks it out to Woodward. Back to Arnold. Cox in the corner. No good. Looks like a bit of a breakaway here as Neff went for the tricky pass. Harris saw it coming. And possession will go to the Storm here. 12-19 in favor of the Black Tornado. About 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Looks like the Storm trying to battle back here. They have done well to close the deficit so far. Harris with a deep 3. That one just short. Ellis will take it out. Finds Dyer, who finds Carrick. Carrick now double teamed, looking to find a teammate. He and Dyer going back and forth here. Ellis now at the top of the key. He'll shake a couple of defenders. Kaler in the corner. He'll go back to Ellis. Ellis will find Dyer underneath, and Dyer will battle to get those 2. Dyer now with 2 more. Mora with a nice move, scoop and score. And then a nice 3-pointer there to respond. 14-24 is the score here at North Medford. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Woodward will drive. He'll find Mora. Harris just had to get that one away to avoid a travel there. Mora drives, bit awkwardly, releases the ball, and no foul, but possession will stay with the Storm. Looks like we'll take a media timeout. We'll hear from one of our amazing sponsors, and we'll be back in about 60 seconds.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Some nummies? Okay. I apologize for that. Just talking about our evening plans. Going to go see a movie, eat some popcorn, and some nummies. If you heard that over the air, I apologize. Just very excited to have movie theaters back open. Never did I think my my cute husband and wife talk would be over the air. Anyways, we are back at the game here in North Medford. Not just movies are back, but sports are back. So we're happy about that. Table Rock Sports says thank you to over 100 new YouTube subscribers just this spring alone, which I'm sure is very much due in part to the COVID-19 pandemic, keeping lots of these games from having spectators. We've got a few here in the stands. We'll get back to playing. Looks like Tuber will put one up. No good. Rebound by North Medford. Neff back in the game. Tyson, that is. Tyson unable to get that one to fall. Harris now on the left elbow. He'll drive to about the foul line. He'll have to kick it out to Mora. Mora drives but travels, and Dyer smacks that one out of the air just for good measure. Almost as if to say, even if you weren't called for that travel, I would have had you. Again, 24-14 here in favor of the home side. The North Medford Black Tornado so far have an amazing season going for them. Their first win coming courtesy of a 66-28 victory over Eagle Point. And 2 days later, a win over the star-studded Crater High School. Neff will drive. This ball blocked by Tuber. Possession will stay with the Black Tornado. North Medford will take a timeout here to talk things over. Take a short timeout. Hopefully when we come back, I will not be talking about treats.
I believe in the bus system. They have always been there for my wife, and I know that she feels safe.
For me, riding the bus is a norm.
Other big cities have bus systems, and everybody rides the bus.
Having RBTD, just a bus stop away from my job, from my school, from my house, allowed me to be able to go to college, to get my 3 degrees, and still be a mom.
All right, welcome back to North Medford. 24-14 is the score here. The Black Tornado on top of the visiting Summit Storm. Drove all the way from Bend on a 1-1 schedule here, and so far they are facing a 10-point deficit here. About 1 minute and 26 seconds left in this first quarter as Dyer gets that one to fall. Bit of a scoring drought for both teams, but Dyer gets his 6th point of the afternoon. Tuber finds Arnold. Arnold to Harris. He finds a cutting Cox, who is fouled underneath by Dyer. Carson Cox will shoot 2 here. And he hits the first. See a substitution. Number 0, Austin McLean will come in. As Cox gets the roll for the second. Makes it a 16-26. That 10-point lead is preserved by North Medford, with now exactly 1 minute left in the quarter. This is Neff in the right elbow, and he hits another 3. Trayson Neff now with 9. Another Neff brother misses the layup underneath. He and Harris going at it a little bit there for the rebound. Looks like Austin McLean will pick up a foul after just recently coming on. And Harris will shoot at least 1 free throw here, 1-1, so he has a chance at a second. And he hits, so 17-29 here is the score. Even with a make, the lead will stay at 11. Harris does hit that, and the lead is now 11. 40 seconds left here in the half. Both Neffs on the floor, as well as Carrick. This time it's turned over, and it's Morrow with a behind the back. He was complaining for an and one, and honestly, he should have gotten it 20-29 off an amazing play there from Julian Mora. Carrick finds Neff, back to Carrick, elbow three, no good. Tuber with the rebound. Trying to foul, Tuber will put up a desperation half-court shot, which will not go. You heard the buzzer. End of the half here, 29-20 in favor of the home team. We will head into halftime here, take a short break for just a couple of minutes, but we will be back with the second half. The home North Medford Black Tornado leading by 9. You're watching Table Rock Sports. Again, we'll be back here in just a few.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
If you're a coach or plan to be a coach, what kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
We welcome you back to halftime at North Medford. The Summit Storm visiting from Bend. So far, find themselves 9 points behind the Black Tornado. And a pretty interesting first half. We can go over the stats here for you just a little bit from what we have. Starters for the Black Tornado included Trayson Neff, number 3, Nick Carrick, number 11, number 14, Landon Ellis, number 25, Bryce Dyer, and number 33, Connor Goodrich. Brandon Dominguez came on for the Black Tornado, scoring a couple, also fouling a couple, so he took a seat pretty quickly after. Starting for the visitors, number 1, Carson Cox, number 2, Julian Mora, number 3, Truman Tuber, number 11, Caden Harris, and number 23, Shane Arnold. Like I said, got to sit down and speak with both head coaches before the game, John Frazier and Scott Plankenhorn. Both coaches had a whole lot to say about their team. North Medford a little bit more confident, I could tell, just in the depth and the feet that they've found themselves standing on here in the second week of Southern Oregon high school basketball. Very interesting year. Don't need to tell you, but COVID has definitely changed everything we know about sports. Luckily, we're still here able to play them, but it has put a delay and a bit of a strain on some high school sports, as we are now just week 2, like I said, into the season, this makeshift season. Both teams so far have pretty impressive wins on the year. The Summit Storm kicked off their season on the 18th, playing Thurston and winning 66-57. They then lost on the 20th to Crook County 78-63. So they sit 1-1 on the year, whereas the North Medford Black Tornado, they will have more games this year. And so far they are 2-0 after facing a couple of Rogue Valley opponents. At Eagle Point, they won 66-28. Then they took on Crater here in North Medford and won 59-39. So a couple of impressive, convincing wins. One over a Crater High School equipped with star-studded lineup, Nate Biddle. Big Oregon commit. Still North Medford able to get the job done. So far they're getting the job done here. 29 points in the first half, and 9 of them from Trayson Neff, 3 of them from Tyson Neff, 3 from Nick Carrick. Landon Ellis has 2, Bryce Dyer has 6, and Brandon Dominguez has 2. If I do my math correctly, I believe that does come out to a correct 29. And on the flip side, 20 points here scored by the Storm. That's 3 for Shane Arnold, 3 for Truman Tuber, 6 for Julian Mora. Caden Harris should have a couple, and Carson Cox also with a couple. And both teams making their ways out of the locker rooms here. North Medford first back to the floor. And they'll still have about a minute and a half to shoot around and have whatever conversations they need to have before getting the second half started. And we will be back here in about 60 seconds. First, we want to give some time to our wonderful sponsors. Let them have a word, and again, we will be back in about 1 minute right here on Table Rock Sports.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram Trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Welcome back to North Medford High School here. The Summit Storm visiting from Bend, taking on the home North Medford Black Tornado, who so far have a 9-point lead over the 1-1 Storm. Referees will call both teams back out onto the floor, and we'll get the second half of this one underway. Looks like a similar starting lineup, at least for the Summit Storm. We'll go over that one more time. Carson Cox, Julian Mora, Truman Tuber, Caden Harris, and Shane Arnold starting on the floor for the visitors. And looks like it is the exact same for the North Medford starting lineup as well. Same as the start of the game. Trayson Neff, Nick Carrick, Landon Ellis, Bryce Dyer, and Connor Goodrich. Summit will start with the ball here. We get the second half underway. Harrison Mora really sort of taking over for Summit in the last half. They too are the two biggest presence, you could say, for the Storm so far. Got to speak with both coaches, and I asked which players I should be watching for, and they said Caden Harris and Julian Mora. As Tuber gets that one to go, cuts the lead to 7. It's exactly the start that the Storm are looking for. Is didn't quite start the game that way. Took both teams a couple of possessions to get on the board. This time the Storm looking to get things started off, and not the way the Black Tornado wanted to get things going. As a turnover there, the Storm will take over possession. Mora to Tuber. Tuber to Arnold. Arnold to Harris. Harris to Cox. Back to Mora. Mora will drive. Put up a jumper way off. This ball sails out of bounds, and possession to the Tornado. Landon Ellis will take this one out for the Black Tornado. Finds Carrick, finds Goodrich. This is Neff now. Passes to Dyer down low, back to Ellis. North Medford doing a great job passing the ball around. Driving and one for Trayson Neff. Chance at a 3-point play. A nice acrobatic windmill finish there, and he does get the foul, so he will shoot one. Shane Arnold there with his second foul of the day. Harris finds Tuber. Back to Harris in the Summit backcourt. North Medford not really wanting to let the Storm out. Instead, a corner three from Carson Cox will not go. Offensive rebound, though. Tuber. And now Neff safely away with the rebound. Ellis will carry it out. Cross court. Now to Neff with a deep three. That one well short. Gets his own rebound. Passes out to Ellis, and North Medford will reset here. Goodrich to Carrick. Carrick into Dyer, the other highlight player told to me by Scott Plankenhorn. Corner three again. This time it's good from Tuber. And what a response. Trayson Neff. Anything you can do, I can do better, he says. Neff now in double digits on the night. And a steal from Ellis. He's away. Looks like he'll have an easy lay-in. Yes, he will. 36-25 here in favor of the Black Tornado. 37. And to respond, Mora, three-pointer in the face of the Tornado, as if to say, I'm here too. 9-point advantage here for the Black Tornado as we do take a timeout. 5 minutes left in the second quarter, already whizzing through this second half. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on Table Rock Sports.
RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone.
Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Back here at South Medford, exactly 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Black Tornado on top of the Summit Storm, 37-28. Courtesy of a couple bang-bang plays. First from Trayson Neff. Immediately after, a nice response from Julian Mora. Having a bit of struggle getting underway after this timeout. Clock confusion. Regardless, Ellis will take this ball out for the Black Tornado. Carrick will find Dyer down low. Dyer against Harris, and Harris wins the battle, but rebound Goodrich, and he will score for the Black Tornado. Mora wanted it, didn't get it, gets it this time. Stutter step, will put one up, but he is also fouled, so it looks like an and one here. Mora will shoot a free throw. A nice stutter step from him cuts the lead to 9. Hits a three-pointer, makes it an 8-point game. Ball given away by the Black Tornado. Harris comes up with it. Looks like he was going to pull up. Didn't. Instead, drives and takes the free lay-in. 33-39. Looks like the Storm trying to claw their way back. Ellis will drive. No foul called. Harris on the breakaway. Another easy lay-in for number 11. Makes it a 4-point game. Trayson Neff will carry this ball out. Looks like no timeout will be called here as of now. Storm definitely fighting their way back. A nice step back from Ellis. Shot won't go though. Tuber with the rebound and then a foul either on Carrick or Neff. Waiting to see. That one is on Trayson Neff. A few replacements here will be made. Looks like Tyson Neff will come on for Landon Ellis. Looks like a timeout will be called instead, so we'll keep you posted on the changes as there may be a couple more. Just under 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter of this one. North Medford Black Tornado take it on the visiting Summit High Storm. Be back in about 30 seconds.
Way to ride would be just to get on the bus and go. RVTD helps me to be independent. The bus goes everywhere I need to go. I've become pretty good friends with even some of the drivers. They really care about the passengers. I have to use the power wheelchair, which makes it convenient to have to ride the bus because they have the ramps that go down so you can get on and off really easy. I feel very safe. And now more than ever, RVTD is a very important part of this community. I don't know where I'd be without it.
Welcome you back to North Medford High School. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. So here we are, 39-35 ball game. The lead up to as high as 12 for the Black Tornado, and now a couple changes. Tyson and Trey Neff in the ball game. I got to be honest, I'm going to go ahead and say that they're twin brothers. And if I'm corrected later on, that's my bad. But they are very similar looking in stature, the exact identical haircut. So I'm going to go ahead and say they're twin brothers, both juniors. If I'm corrected later, then so be it. But that's putting my money on that. Nice pass underneath. Tuber unable to get the ball to go. Tyson Neff with the rebound. He'll slowly take this one out. So on the floor now, both Neff brothers, McLean, Dyer, and Goodrich. Dyer working down low against Harris. Tyson Neff with an open three, no good. Battling underneath though, looks like a foul will be called on McLean. Number 0 for the Black Tornado. That's McLean's second personal. Thank you, PA announcer. Julian Mora will take this ball out as big number 11 Harris drops down into the post. He will be battling with Dyer. They've had a great battle back and forth all game. Looks like a foul will be called on McLean. Yet again, that's 2 fouls in about 30 seconds. He's got to be careful. He's on his 3rd foul already, approaching that 5 mark. Ball out to Julian Mora. Now an open 3 opportunity. Does not get the roll as Tuber, but a rebound and put back up by Colin Moore. Rebound Black Tornado. This is Tyson Neff. Finds Dyer on the right wing. Neff to Dyer again. Harris working on Dyer. Dyer with the kick out. Doesn't find Goodrich, and the two disagreeing on where that ball maybe should have been placed. Regardless, turnover North Medford. And a 4-point ball game. No score here in the past couple of minutes. This time a deep 3 from Mora. No good. Rebound McLean. And a foul on, looks like it'll be, foul on Mora. McLean there, scrappy, very lucky to not come away with a foul himself. That would have been 4 for him. Brandon Dominguez will sub in for the Black Tornado, as well as Landon Ellis. So on the floor here for the team in white is number 14, Ellis, 34, Dominguez, 2, Tyson Neff, 25, Dyer, and number 0, Austin McLean. Neff working on Cox, almost loses the ball there. Almost loses it again, this time finds Landon Ellis, top of the key. He's got a couple of Storm players to work on and a Euro step, but the ball will not count. The points will not count, excuse me. Looks like Colin Moore will be called for the foul, but they said it was before the shot, so no 3-point opportunity. In fact, no 2 points for the Black Tornado as Ellis draws that foul, but Dyer goes up for it, looking for the alley-oop. This time Mora will hesitate, looking to kick it out blindly, but another turnover here. Again, scoreless in the past almost 4 minutes. Dominguez down low. He'll work on Harris, put one up and in.
Way to ride would be just to get on.
Dominguez's 2 will stretch the lead to 6. Mora now working at the top of the key. Cox driving, will have the ball stripped. Looks like a foul will be called, however. On Brandon Dominguez yet again. Excuse me, no, Landon Ellis called on the foul. Dominguez kept looking and pointing to himself, almost as if to say there's no way. Mora in the corner. Acrobatic 3 won't go. This ball, jump ball, possession looks like it will. Wow, possession will go to Summit. Despite a... No, I'm sorry, possession will go to North Medford. Thanks to the fight from Austin McLean. Will definitely feel that in his shoulders tomorrow, but he keeps the ball for his team. So North Medford will take over with 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the quarter, up 41-35. Ellis working on Mora. Dominguez, top of the key, finds Ellis. Ellis working on Mora. He'll drive and score. 2 more for Ellis. Bumps the lead back up to 8. A little bit of cushion here with 40 seconds left in the quarter. Arnold, top of the key, looks for Harris, finds him. Harris with a deep 3, no good. Dominguez with the rebound. Tyson Neff will try to dribble it out of pressure, but dribbles straight into Mora. Luckily holds on to possession, and looks like Landon Ellis will hold this ball for what looks like will be one of the last possessions of the quarter. Called for the travel, though. Ellis can't believe it, throws his hands up in despair, disgust, whatever you want to call it. Either way, the Storm will take over. Looks like Tuber will sub in for Arnold. So on the floor here for what looks like will be the last possession for the Summit Storm is Harris, Mora, Cox, Harrington, and recently subbed on Tuber. 3 seconds left, got to put one up. Mora unable to do so in time, regardless, was an air ball, and I believe he would have been called for a travel, a false pivot. So the end of the third quarter, and a valiant effort crawling back was the Storm, cut it to 4 points. But they never took the lead, and now end of the third quarter, we head to the fourth with an almost 10-point lead, 8 to be exact, for the North Medford Tornado. Visitors from Bend are not going to want to leave here without at least a varsity win. Their junior varsity team lost to the Black Tornado just a few minutes before. So not looking to go 0-2 here with a long drive back to Bend. We'll get this fourth quarter started here. 5 team fouls on the Black Tornado, 3 on the visitors. Starting this fourth quarter, similar to how it ended, Landon Ellis, Dyer, Tyson Neff, Brandon Dominguez, and Nick Carrick on the floor for the Black Tornado. Meanwhile, it's Harrington, Arnold, Harris, Tuber, and Mora for the Storm. 8-point difference here, and Mora looking to change that up as he faces off against Dominguez on a one-on-one. Bit of a size mismatch here as Harris dishes back to Mora. Mora will drive on the Euro step. A nice pass into Harrington. Ball will not fall, however. Rebound North Medford. Ellis will take this one out gladly. Corner three, in and out. Carrick nearly connected, pushing it to a double-digit lead, but Mora, regardless, coming away with the rebound. A nice strip steal from Tyson Neff. It's a 5v3 as Mora trots back. Neff takes the open three. No good, but rebound North Medford. Back to Carrick. Back to Dyer in the corner. He'll drive against Harris. Reversal, no good. Harris on the rebound. Harrington on the right wing. More to Harris. Harris drives, fakes, finds Tuber on the right wing, and one hits the three. A free throw on the way. Sixth team foul there for the Black Tornado and a third personal for Landon Ellis. Not going to be happy with that one as Tuber set to take his free throw, looking for a 4-point play here. Free throw will not go. So it stays a 5-point game. Ellis now on the ball. Finds Tyson Neff, who finds Carrick at the top of the key. Dyer down low, nice pass to Neff, who then dishes it nicely to Dominguez, who scores down low, 45-38. Exactly 6 minutes to go left in this one. Harrington finds Cox, back to Harrington. Cox looking, finds Harris cross court. Harris will drive and will be fouled by Tyson Neff. So Harris will have a couple of free throws. Harris hits the first, making it 39-45, a 6-point game. This one would cut it to 5. There you go, quick math. Harris will not hit the second one. That's second player in a row to not capitalize on free throws for the Storm. That may be a difference maker here in this one. Ellis to Carrick. It's now Trayson Neff on the floor instead of his identical counterpart, Tyson. Pass looking for Trayson underneath. But instead the Storm come away with it. Harris fakes the three, instead drives and gets the layup. 41-45, now the closest this game has been. Although it was a 4-point difference just a few minutes ago, the Black Tornado erased that 4-point lead and, well, they increased it, I should say. Harris unable to block the shot of Austin McLean and the lead back up to 6. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the game. The Storm looking for their first lead of this one. 3-ball, no good for Tuber. Rebound McLean, and Ellis will calmly take this one out. Oh boy, a foul called there. Harris can't believe it. Neither can Tuber. Looked like Ellis just kind of tripped over his own feet. Either way, ran into a wall of Storm players. And that's the 4th team foul, so free throw is not an option. Morrow will sub back in for Harrington. Ellis will inbound. He'll find Neff. Easy 2 underneath. Errant pass, but the Storm will hold on to it. Harsh foul. Austin McLean, and now 1-1 here for Harris. I believe that was McLean who fouled. If it wasn't, then I'm mistaken. If it was, then that's McLean's 4th just this half. Looks like we'll take a media timeout as we just reach the 4-minute mark. 3 minutes and 58 seconds exactly to play in this one. So a bit of a break, bit of a breather here for both teams. Kind of been a scattered back and forth ball game, especially here in this second half. A whole lot of aggression, couple of unintentional but still hard fouls on both sides as we're seeing a bit of desperation kick in. The Storm not wanting to go negative on the year, and the Black Tornado not willing to give up that perfect record so far. Timeout over. Teams will trot back onto the floor. Harris has a couple of free throws. Well, 1-1, so we'll see if he can capitalize on the first and get that second. Honestly, the Storm desperately need any points at this point as we close in on just under 4 minutes left in the ball game. Harris misses the first. So no opportunity for a second here as Ellis will take it out. Mora on him like white on rice. Ellis battling top of the key. This time dishes it to Carrick. Back to Mora. Mora will drive, and he'll be fouled by Tuber. A little bit of jawing going on between teams. I believe the F word was used, flop. Whether you agree with it or not. A couple of players throwing that word around, and I don't think Ellis liked hearing it. Regardless, he hits his first free throw. 50-41 here, closing in on a 10-point lead. This is Landon Ellis. Hits the second in his SpongeBob Kyrie Irving Nikes. Gotta be honest. Loving that SpongeBob yellow. As a 10-point lead here now for the home team. Mora top of the key, stripped by Neff. That's Trey Neff playing intense defense. This time pulls at Mora. Mora sold it well, but hey, foul for a foul, I guess. Anybody watching who doesn't like me talking about shoes, Mora is sporting the emerald green Paul George 5s, I believe, if my eyesight from this far is correct. Regardless, he hits the first and the second free throw, making it 43-51. Again, in favor of the Black Tornado. He'll play defense on Ellis and then switch for a moment to Trey Neff. Back to Ellis. Stolen momentarily by Harris. Instead of corner three, no good from Dyer. A mask is stripped off and Tuber will continue without it. Timeout taken. I groan just because, well, we had a couple players in JV not wearing masks. I'm sure they either had a medical condition or they had their vaccine. I'm not quite sure, but it's a little frustrating when anyone wearing a mask not really wearing it properly. I'm kind of to the point now where it's like, if we're vaccinated, don't we just play? Don't need to take timeouts to put on a mask that we either are or aren't wearing properly. Easy lay-in here for Arnold. Timeout Summit. Lead back to 6 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in North Medford. Now, one of the referees went over to North Medford and was either pointing to his own mask, giving some mask guidance, or he was doing the thumbs to the shoulders indicating a timeout. Don't know which one would have been more redundant. Regardless. That's a good point, Kaylee. Two of the refs not wearing masks, so I'm sure they're vaccinated. However, those interesting guidelines for vaccines between ages 12 and 16, kind of a gray area when it comes to timeline and guidance and who should and shouldn't get vaccinated. Safety obviously is the number one issue. We want to keep every kid safe, as these are the prime years of their athletic lives. But anything, oh my goodness, and one. Traveling the length of the floor was Landon Ellis. Gets the ball to go and flexes while on the seat of his pants. He'll get a free throw here. One free throw here for number 14, Landon Ellis, 6-foot senior. Mora will take this one out. Finds Arnold, who finds Tuber. Nearly an and one there for Mora. Doesn't get that one to go, but Trey Neff called for the hand on the back. Puts his hand up, saying maybe that was a bit soft. So a 9-point ball game here. Mora will shoot and miss his first. Free throw is a big struggle for the visitors here, as a handful of the last few attempts have not fallen for the Storm. That one will. Cuts the lead back to 8. North Medford, bit of a push off there from Ellis. Storm doesn't like it. A bit more physicality from both sides as Ellis goes up on the near side and gets the ball to go. Back to a 10-point game. Mora will drive and get that one to fall. No foul called, but very much bang-bang, back-and-forth basketball here. Lead back to 8 for the Black Tornado. Again, hard foul. That was Caden Harris on North Medford's Dyer. Bryce Dyer, to be exact, holding his back a little bit as a bit of a shoulder went into his midsection there. One and one as he gets the first to fall. He'll have a second opportunity. Now, again, I don't want to be that announcer that says, this is why this team didn't win, or this is why this game went this way. And that's not what I'm trying to do. But as far as capitalizing on those free throws, as you see Dyer hit his second. Ooh, another hard foul. really hard foul. Looks like North Medford wanted a travel call. The referees are going to talk this one over as Mora slammed into Dyer. A couple of really harsh fouls. Looks like based on the body language of Coach Plankenhorn, looks like the foul will go against North Medford. So Mora will shoot a free throw. But we are in the double bonus here for Summit as 10 fouls for North Medford. Again, another free throw missed by Summit. Mora obviously shaken up by that hit, but these free throws could be the difference maker. Now a minute and a half left, a minute 33 exactly here in this one. 11-point game. Check that, make that 10 as the second free throw hit by Mora. He'll defend tightly on Ellis. Ellis breaks away though. Ellis unable to hit. Cox comes away with it, finds, oh boy, a bit of an awkward, and the travel will be called there. Colin Moore, looks like he was trying to draw a foul there underneath, but I believe that was either Dyer or Carrick that held their ground. Didn't even need to as the travel was called, and Ellis back to work on Mora. Back to Dyer. A tech is going to be called on Mora as he fights and complains the call of the referee. You thought, that one was coming soon. As Mora came in to help Cox defend, came in a little strong, but he's saying even knew it. And got to be honest, didn't see a whole lot of mischief there in the defense by Mora. Came in pretty hard, but it looked like he got his hands on the ball immediately there. Bryce Dyer was in the corner. And as soon as the foul was called, Mora threw his hands up, put his hands up to his face, protesting the call as if to say, I can't believe it. And tensions are pretty high here, but free throw will not go, at least the free throw for the technical. And Landon Ellis will step up to, that was the 1-and-1 free throw taken by Dyer as he was fouled in the corner. But Ellis will step up to take the technical free throw, and he will hit. Ellis hits both, making it a 12-point game. Again, those free throws are big time. Possession will stay with North Medford after a frustrating 3-point swing by the Black Tornado. 1:07 left. Ellis back into the action. Trey Neff finds Carrick. Back to Neff. Neff makes a move, drives, kicks. Reached behind was Caden Harris. Foul called on him. Austin McLean will take these free throws, and again, if he can hit these, it looks like it will be a bit of a nail in the coffin as the Storm have been unsuccessful even getting possession back after that foul and tech called on Mora, who checks back into the game. So now a 13-point game with 54 seconds. You can say it's all but over. Don't want to jinx the Black Tornado here, but a large enough lead with very little time left to go in this one. Now 14 points. Mora will take this one out. He'll find Tuber in the corner. Almost an air ball there. Cox will intentionally foul Ellis, and he'll shoot free throws. we're to the point now in basketball where it is all but over, and you do a little bit of damage control by fouling in the backcourt. And now 10 fouls on the visiting team, so we are in the double bonus. Landon Ellis will shoot 2, regardless of the foul type or location. So he hits the first. 15 points now here separates the two. North Medford has been great so far. A little bit of chirping there from Harris. Between Harris and Ellis, it looked like. Checking in for the last minute or so, Gabe Conrad for the Black Tornado. Also wearing Paul George 5s, I believe. Also checking in for the Black Tornado, Corbin Young, number 21. Sophomore. The free throw won't go from Ellis. Mora with the rebound. He'll take it out. Mora spinning, kicks out. 3 ball on the way. No good. That one goes off the head of Mora. 29 seconds left in this one. Checking into the game also for the Black Tornado, number 10, Antonio Orozco. Looks like a couple underclassmen getting some minutes here, courtesy of head coach Scott Plankenhorn. One thing he told me before this ball game was that he's excited about the depth of his team, and it's true. They've had multiple scorers here this afternoon. None more efficient, though, than the combination of Landon Ellis and Trey Neff. Trey's brother, Tyson Neff, as the clock ticks down from 5. We'll see the North Medford Tornado take this one handsomely, 64-49. Another solid win as the Black Tornado move to 3-0 on the year. By far their closest game, though, a 15-point win. A couple days ago, they had a 20-point win over Crater and a 38-point win over the Eagle Point Eagles. So the Summit Storm will have a bus ride back to Bend after falling 64-49 to the home team. North Medford, the Storm will move to 1-2 on the year. The Black Tornado move to 3-0. Next up for the Black Tornado, on Monday, they will take on Ashland here in North Medford. And on the 24th, so later on this week, the Summit Storm will face Mountain View. Sure we'll have one or two of those games here on Table Rock Sports. Again, for executive producer Joe Brett, I'm Brigham Harris alongside the beautiful Kaylee Harris behind the lens. We give you one final look at the score here in North Medford. The Black Tornado take this one 64-49. We'll see you next time here on Table Rock Sports. Have a great evening.